Hello all, welcome to part 1 of Hybrid TestNG Framework using Page Object Model, Page Factory, and also it includes extend reports and lot of other stuff. Okay, so this Hybrid TestNG Framework is a combination of data-driven framework. Okay, we are going to include data-driven framework in this TestNG framework, and along with the page object model and page factory design patterns we are going to implement. And also we are going to include the other stuff like extend reports and whatever that is needed. Okay, so with maven project we are going to create the project. Okay, we are going to create a industry level framework, guys. Okay, whatever the framework that we generally use in our companies, right, that framework we are going to create. You see, in this hybrid framework we can also include keyword driven framework, but it's not a good idea because in real time, okay, 99%, 99.9%, we don't use keyword driven anywhere. Okay. Nowadays, whatever the projects we are taking up and all those stuff, right? Keyword driven is not part of them. Only data driven and this page object model, page factory, and other stuff. Okay. Other stuff like test engine related stuff and extend reports, POI API, all those stuff will be there. Okay. We'll create a beautiful framework, guys, by the end of this series. Okay. For now, it is only part 1, guys. Okay. For now, it is only part 1. In multiple parts, I'm going to cover. So, fine. So, fine, guys. And also, I'm going to use the latest version of Selenium in this in creating this hybrid TestNG framework. Okay. So, I'm going to use Selenium 4 as per this date and time I'm working on. That is 30th November 2022. I have this Selenium latest version. Okay. I'll be using the Selenium 4 latest version as part of this series. Okay. So let's get started. First, I need to launch Eclipse IDE, guys. First, what I have to do? I have to launch Eclipse IDE. So hoping that Java is already installed in your machine. The latest LTS version of Java need to be installed, guys. So if you don't know what is the LTS, LTS means long-term support. So here search for Java versions. You'll get an article from Wikipedia. Okay, in the search results, just click on that. You see, as per today, like what is the latest LTS version? As you can see here, this is 30th November. 14th September 2021, this LTS version is there, and Java SE 17 is the LTS version, which has a support till 2029 and later. Okay, so that means I have this Java version 17, guys. I'll show you. I'll just type CMD, command prompt I'll open, and I'll say Java hyphen version. You will see the Java version I have 17.0.5 is there. Whatever the latest version, LTS version you have, 18 is also available, but I'm not going to go with 18 because it's not a LTS version, guys. I have to wait for 21. 21 is not in the market. I'm just going with 17 LTS version. Okay, for now. That's enough, guys. Okay. So even if you go with 18 also, there is no problem, but I will stick to 17, guys. Okay. I want to go with the LTS version. So I have the Java already installed in my machine. Okay. The previous sessions also I covered how to install and configure Java for Selenium and all those stuff. So hoping that you are following my previous sessions before directly coming to this session. Okay. This is a lot of sessions I covered on this Selenium 4, guys. Okay. Selenium 4 full detailed course playlist. Okay. A lot of sessions are already covered, and hoping that you covered them and came here so that you have the idea of Java and all the other prerequisites before we get started. So I clicked on Eclipse IDE, guys. It's asking me to select any workspace. I'll just create a new workspace, guys. Okay, I'll just create a new workspace in my machine, somewhere at QAFox folder, new folder. I'll just create something like hybrid framework, right? Hybrid TestNG framework. This is okay. Hybrid TestNG framework. Sorry. Just small spelling mistake. Hybrid TestNG framework. Okay, select this folder and click on select folder. Now you see this is my workspace now. Okay, hybrid TestNG framework is my workspace. Shall I give this space or not? I'm just guessing. I can give space, no problem, but let me remove the space, guys. Okay, but better. This is better way of giving the folder name. Okay, so hybrid TestNG framework. So I'm also going to create hybrid TestNG Cucumber framework also in the upcoming sessions. But for now, this is hybrid TestNG framework. Before we go to Cucumber, let's stick to TestNG for now. Okay, only TestNG I'll go. I'll create a Cucumber framework separately, guys. Hybrid Cucumber framework I'll create separately. This is Hybrid TestNG framework with page object model and page factory extend reports and other stuff like POI API and all those stuff, TestNG related stuff. Okay, whatever that is feasible, I'll create here. Okay, in Hybrid Cucumber TestNG page object model page factory, I'll create one more framework for that. Okay. So for now, I'll click on launch, guys. With that there, I'll click on launch. So guys, in this sessions, guys, I'm going to go with problem and solution basis. Okay, I don't want to start directly. So without understanding what is the use of we doing some stuff. Okay, if I directly explain you that stuff like we have to do like this, you'll not understand. So we'll create a project from scratch in a normal as a normal person will create, and we'll identify the problems, or we'll look for a betterment of the project, and that's where the learning of framework will come. We'll keep the code becoming better, like removing the hard coding and all those stuff, organizing the stuff. We'll first go with a natural way, and obviously we'll get some problems. From the problems, we'll build the framework. Okay, that's how my approach will be. And also it will be very easy for the beginners, guys, okay, who are like kind of reluctant to start creating the frameworks and all. Right, this session is going to be very apt for them, because you see in the industry who are teaching frameworks, right, they directly start, you have to create like this, you have to delete like this, all those stuff, but they don't explain you why this situation is coming, why we have to go like this in the framework. Okay, that I'm going to cover in this session. So these sessions will take time, but ultimately you'll get benefited a lot, you'll understand a lot from this, guys. Okay, the problem statement, if you don't know the problem statement directly, if you are implementing the solution without understanding the problem, that's not a good learning, I feel. Okay, so I'll go with this approach of showing you the problems first and later correcting the problems to improvise a framework or creating a better framework. Okay, I launched Eclipse IDE in the new workspace. Just now I selected while launching the Eclipse IDE. I got this welcome screen, guys. I just close this welcome screen. I don't need this outline. I'll close this outline, and I don't need this. Okay, I'll just minimize this one. Only this project explorer and this blank area I need. Okay, so what I will do next is I'll create a Maven project. Okay, first thing that everyone does is they will create a Maven project. Side by side, I'm just thinking whether I have to create a mind map so that I can attach this mind map to the notes. Okay, at this moment, the notes doesn't have anything, only practical demonstration is there. What I'm planning is, after my demonstration is done, I would like to share you some notes, guys. Okay, I would like to share you some notes. Okay, I would like to update these notes and attach with the video. Okay, so that you guys can follow it properly. So what I'll do is I'll open the Xmind, guys. I'll open the Xmind. Uh, you don't need to open Xmind. This is as training point of perspective. I'm opening the Xmind. You don't have to do anything in your machine, guys. Okay, just to make the notes and notes possible for you. Okay, just to make the notes. I'm just taking this mind map side by side. When I'm creating this stuff, I'm just updating the mind map. Okay. So for now, let's. It will take some time, guys. Xmind will take some time to load. Meanwhile, I'll create a Maven project. First step is create a Maven project. How to create a Maven project? Just click on File, guys. Select New and select Project. In this new project dialog, search for Maven. Just search for Maven, guys. Once you search for Maven, it will filter this Maven folder containing the Maven project. You need to select this Maven project and click on Next button. Okay, we are creating a Maven project. Don't create the normal Java projects, guys. In real time, people use Maven projects. Okay, so this is a Maven project, guys. Looks like this got launched. Let's see. It has given me a jerk. Okay, it's still okay. It's launched, guys. Just give me a second. It's a one-time task. I'll say file new in this Xmind, and here I'll just select this format, and here I'll select a template that I generally choose, and here I'll give the central topic name. Let it load, guys. Okay, it's loading still. Okay, once this item comes, I'll write Hybrid TestNG Framework. Okay, Hybrid TestNG Framework. So I explained, first of all, I explained what is this framework include. Okay, what does this framework includes data-driven framework. Okay, I'm going to include data-driven framework. I'm going to implement page object model design pattern. Okay, page object model design pattern I'm going to implement, and page factory design pattern I'm going to implement. Two design patterns. Okay, then what else is going to come next? Extend reports, POI API for reading the data from the Excel files. And don't worry if you don't know these terminologies, but I covered all this stuff in the previous sessions, guys. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Okay, you guys have to watch my previous sessions before coming here. The previous sessions of this series, you have to watch first. Don't directly jump onto this hybrid TestNG framework. Okay, even including Java, you have to learn. Okay, a lot of knowledge of Java is also required. POI API, and then we have what else, guys? Properties. Okay, Java properties we are going to implement in this framework. All these are included and others. Okay, I'll simply say others, guys, because the list will keep on going, and this is not the right time for me to put all these items. If during the session, if I feel, I have to add any items here, I'll add. Okay. So first, we started with creating a Maven project. Okay, creating a Maven project. So we are creating now a Maven project, guys. I'll save this on my desktop so that it will not the data will not be lost. Save. Done. Now we are creating a Maven project, guys. Here we are in the process, file new project, and then selecting the Maven project. And here, don't select this checkbox option, guys. Okay, I'm going to choose a template. Or you can even select this checkbox option also, but I prefer not choosing this checkbox field. Okay, so I want to go with a template because it will make my job easy in creating the framework. Okay, so instead of selecting create a simple project checkbox, I'll keep it unchecked and click on next button. So here, select an archetype. You see, you will get some templates. Archetypes are nothing but the Maven project template projects. Okay, so here I need to search for Maven hyphen archetype hyphen quick start. This template I want. Okay, Maven hyphen archetype hyphen quick start. Then I'll get these three items generally. So I'll go with the Apache one. Apache.maven archetypes, Maven archetype quick start. It is showing me 1.40. Whatever the version that is your Eclipse ID is showing, that's fine, guys. But here you have to go with Maven archetype quick start. There are three Maven archetype quick starts, but I have to go with the Apache one. Okay, Apache. Click on next. Then you have to give the project name. In which field you have to enter the project name? In the artifact ID field, you have to give the project name, guys. What is the project name that you want to give? So I would like to give a proper project name, guys. I would like to automate this application, guys. Okay. I would like to automate this application, tutorialsninja.com/demo application. This is a demo application I'm going to use for automating. As part of this, guys, I'm going to, it looks like a live project only. Okay. This is a live project only. Okay. So I'm not, right? Kind of, you'll get a feel of working on a live project now. Okay, so in this, I'm going to give the project name as Tutorials Ninja. Okay, project or something, or Tutorials Ninja project. Okay, so project means project only, right? Just give some name like this, and here give some group ID TNP. Just give anything, guys, anything unique. That's enough. Okay, and here some default package name it's taking. Let it take. Okay, you don't have to change anything else. Just give the project name Tutorials Ninja project. Okay, okay, Selenium project or whatever it is. Or if you don't want to give Selenium here, just say project. That is also fine. And just give some short form of this or any other thing that you want to give here as a group ID. Some unique ID you have to give. Now click on finish. The moment you click on finish, you see the progress is going on and it's stuck at 33%. Okay, in general, earlier, guys, this is not going to happen. Now, at the time when I'm recording this video, you see the progress is not going ahead. It's still 33%. It's not changing. Okay, with this Maven archetype quick start template, right? It's stuck at 33% only. Okay, what I'll do is I'll just click on this option. Then I'll be able to see this logs coming up. Okay. Just need to click on this option and I'll get these logs. Let's go with these logs. After all these logs are completed, then only you see it's asking you to enter Y, guys. Okay. Do you want to continue Y? Okay. Just press Y, guys. Okay. This may not be required for some people, guys. Okay. At the time when I'm recording this video, when I'm creating the Maven project with this Maven archetype quick start, this kind of approach, maybe this is the latest thing that Maven archetype quick start template is asking you to do. If it's asking, do that, guys. Otherwise, not required. Once the build is success, you see immediately the progress will be completed, guys. Okay, don't wait for 33% to be completed. You have to click and then just enter Y there. Then only it will be completed. But if this is not coming in the future versions, that's fine. The project is created after the loading is completed. The project is successfully created, guys. Once the loading is done and the project is successfully created, here this is a Maven Java project. You see, M and J are there. M stands for Maven and J stands for Java. It's not a normal Java project. It is a Maven Java project. Expand this project. By default, you are getting two source folders. These are the two source folders: SRC main Java, SRC test Java. Two source folders they are getting. Inside this SRC main Java, you are getting a package name and a app.java. You don't need that. I'll delete this package name. When I delete this package name, automatically the file under this also will be deleted, guys. So just select delete and say OK. This package name along with the file app.test.java will be deleted. Just select delete. This also got deleted. Two source folders are there. Two source folders. And what else we have? Then I deleted the packages and app.test.java files under these two source folders along with the packages and all. Now, okay, that's fine for now. So we have to visit this form.xml file. We'll be visiting that later. For now, we'll get started somewhere. So what I will do here is under src test Java. This is starting point, guys. Okay, this is starting point. I'll go with src test Java source folder. Right click on the source folder, select new, and create a package. I'll name this package as com.tutorials application name. Okay, ninja.qa.test cases. Okay, I'll give the name. Either you can give tests or test cases, whatever you feel convenient. This is the package name I'm giving it. Okay, in real time, we give the packages name like this. So we'll reversely say tutorialsninja.com. Okay, instead of saying tutorialsninja.com, we will say com.tutorialsninja. So since it is a QA work, QA.test cases I'm writing. Okay, it's up to you. How do you want to give this? This is generally given real time. This whenever who is creating the framework site generally create the packages like this. Okay, click on finish. The package got created, guys. Under this test cases package of this com tutorials ninja QA test cases package. Okay, here com is the main package. Under the tutorials ninja is a sub package. Under that QA is another sub package. Under this sub package, test case is a sub package like that. Okay. Now right click on this and select new and create a class. Let's say what test cases I want to automate. What test cases I want to automate. I'll show you one thing. So meanwhile, we'll update the nodes also. We'll create the Maven project with archetype. What is the archetype we have used? Maven hyphen quick start. Maven hyphen archetype hyphen quick start. Okay. Then after creating the project, what we have done? I will not document each and everything. So only important stuff I'll document here. Remaining you have to understand. Now what I'm trying to do here is so here I need to create the test cases. Okay. So for that I already have created some test cases, guys, earlier. So in my library they are. Okay. So just give me a second. I'll open the test cases for you. So I'll give you the link in the here. Okay. Here I'll give you the link in the, I'll update the notes, guys, for you. Don't worry. So I'll make everything proper for you. But let me go here and I'll just type for test cases. Test cases. I have created a complete test cases for the entire application, guys. Okay. So where are the test cases? Let me find them. So complete test cases are there with me with the results also, but I'll go with the test cases for now. Complete test cases, test scenarios, test cases. Test execution, complete test cases with execution results are there. I'll copy this link and I'll go to my one of my browsers and just enter here and I'll download the test cases. Okay. I'll just put this link here somewhere here. Okay. Test cases, I'll say. Test cases. These are manual test cases, guys. Okay. These are manual test cases. Okay. So I'll click on the download button, guys. I'll click on the download button. The test cases will be downloaded. Okay. The test case will be downloaded. Show in folder. Okay. Enable editing. Enable editing. So these are the test cases, guys, that I already have created, and I have provided the link here. I'll provide this link in the notes also. Later, all these notes will be updated into these notes, guys. Okay, I'll update these notes. You will see a different notes at the end of the sessions. Okay, so don't worry. I'll put everything there. Test cases. Okay, manual test cases are there. I'll open the test cases. I'll go to one of the test cases. That is, let's go with the login test case for now. I'll go with the login type. Register also there, but I'll start with login, guys. Okay, I'll start with login so that it will be easy for us to start with. So I want to automate the test cases of this login. How many test cases are there in this login for this application? You see, there are 23 test cases. Okay, for this particular application, if I go to the login functionality here to test the login functionality, I have created how many test cases? 23 test cases I have created. Okay, small and high, whatever the type of test cases are there, right? Different test cases, 23 are there. So I will not automate all the 23 for now, but to get started with the framework, it will be deviating our framework part. So what I'll do is to get started with the framework, I'll be choosing only few test cases. Okay. Out of this 23, as a sample, I'll choose 4 to 5 test cases from this login functionality. Okay. First test case. Let's automate the first test case, guys. Verify logging into the application using valid credentials. Okay. Using valid credentials. How? So prerequisites are open the application URL in any supported browser. Login credentials for an existing account are required. Login credentials for an existing account are required. Okay. So already you should have some valid credentials with you to test this particular test case. Click on My Account drop menu, click on Login option, enter valid email address into the email address field, enter valid password, which is there here into the password field, and click on the login button. What should be the expected result? Expected result according to the test case, user should be navigated to login page. Okay, and once you should be navigated to the login page as part of this one, guys. Okay, when you click on the login option, after click on My Account drop down, after you select the login option in the My Account drop down, you should be taken to the expected result one is should be taken to the login page. Then once you enter the valid email and valid password and click on the login button, then you should get logged in and taken to which page? Account page. Okay, account page. These are the expected results. Let's automate this test case. So to automate the test case, what I will do is already I've created the package here in the framework com.tutorialsninja.qa.testcases. I'll right click on this, click on next. Okay, and create a class. I'll just create a class, guys. Okay, I'll just name this class as login. Okay, only login. So login and click on finish. Okay, so once I create this login class, I don't like the font. Okay, so you see it's very small, right? Whoever is watching my recording may not understand this. The size is very less. Okay, people cannot see. They have to maximize the screen and all. So what I will do is to overcome that problem, I'll go to Window and select this option known as Preferences. Okay, Windows menu Preferences, and then I'll say General, and I'll go to Appearance, and I'll expand the appearance. I'll go to Colors and Fonts. Then I'll expand the Basics. Scroll down under Basics. I'll select the text font. Click on Edit. I generally choose a number known as 18, guys. Size as 18. Okay. So you see in the preview it's showing. Say OK. Apply and close. Now the font size looks good. Okay. Hope you are able to see my screen now properly. I'll just unnecessarily this space. Okay. I can increase the space of the view here. Okay, so I created the login. Here I'm not going to create the main method anymore. Okay, because I'm going to use TestNG in this. So I'm not going to create a main method here. Instead, I'm going to use TestNG. So in the previous sessions of this series, I already covered TestNG in detail. Okay, with that knowledge, you should be able to understand whatever the TestNG I'm going to do it. Okay, I'm not going to explain again. I'm expecting that everyone should watch my TestNG videos before coming here. Okay. So before doing anything here, guys, I'll go to the pom.xml file. Okay, in this Maven project, the heart of the Maven project is generally pom.xml file. Just open that pom.xml file, guys. Once you open the pom.xml file, here you will see something known as dependencies. Okay, since you have chosen that Maven archetype quick start template, right? All these things are coming by default for you. Okay, otherwise this many things will not come in the pom.xml file. If you create the Maven project with the checkbox selected without selecting the template, right, you will not see all this stuff. Okay, a lot of things are coming by default and we don't have to do much. Okay, otherwise you have to add things manually, guys. That is a very hectic process. Okay, so what I'll do is already dependencies came by default, guys. I didn't add any of these dependencies. And here there is a JUnit dependency which is added by default in this project. Okay, along with the Java library, this project also came with the JUnit library. So what I will do is I don't want this JUnit guys because I'm going to go use TestNG in place of JUnit. Okay, I'll remove the JUnit dependency. Save this. So here I'll say remove JUnit dependency. Here I'll write automate sample test cases of login functionality. Okay, like this I'll write. Okay, remove JUnit dependency. So here save this guys and the libraries okay will be gone. Now here inside this public class login, I will create a TestNG test method. First I'll create a normal method guys. Public void. Okay, public void verify test case name. Let's say this is the test case I'm automating, right? Verify login into the application. Verify login with valid credentials. This is the first test case I want to create. A meaningful method name I'm giving guys, okay, which resonates with this test case, okay. Verify login with valid credentials, okay. So like this one method I created, but this method is a normal method, guys. So what I want to do is I want to convert this normal method because I'm not going to use the main method anymore. TestNG I'm going to use, as you already know in TestNG, in main method is not required, right? So I have to write an annotation here from TestNG at the rate test annotation. Now hover the mouse on at the rate test, and you see JUnit thing is coming. I don't want JUnit. I want to import this at the rate test annotation from TestNG. But TestNG is not configured in this project. This project by default comes only with the Java library and the JUnit library. I removed the JUnit library from the pom.xml file. So for now, only Java library is there. JRE system library is nothing but Java library. But I want to configure this project not only it by default it's coming with the Java library, but also I want to add TestNG library so that I can import this annotation. How to add the TestNG library? Again, open the pom.xml file, go to the section under the project, go to the dependencies section. Inside the dependencies tags, you need to add the dependency tags of TestNG. From where I can get the dependency tags of TestNG? For that, open any browser, guys. Open any browser. So here type mbn repository.com. Okay. Here I'll write add TestNG library to pom.xml file. mbn repository.com. Okay, mbn repository.com. I'll just give the high level notes here anyhow. I'm not going to write notes in detail, but at a high level, important notes. Once I go to mbn repository.com, I'll search for TestNG, guys. Just type TestNG and you'll get this TestNG. Click on this and take the latest version. What is the latest version as of today? The latest version is 7.6.1. Click on the 7.6.1, copy this, Maven, under the Maven tab, copy this. And once you click it, it will be copied to clipboard, guys. You don't have to do much. Just paste it here and organize it well. Just select this and press tab. It will be organized. Now, after I click on Save All button here, the TestNG libraries will be downloaded and you will get something under JRE system library. You will get Maven dependencies, and under the Maven dependencies, you will see the libraries of TestNG and associated jar files of that library. You will get okay. Save all. You see here only JRE system library is there. After I said save all, Maven dependencies came under that TestNG and its dependent library jar files came. Okay, TestNG jar file and its related jar files came. Now, this project is now not only having the Java library, but also have the TestNG library. I'll go to the login.java, hover the mouse on @test. Now I'll get an import statement, guys. Okay. Just hover the mouse on @test. Okay. I'm not able to hover it. So I'll just do one thing. I'll just close and open once. Now I'll hover. You see, now I'm getting import test annotation from this package of TestNG library. Select that. That's it. Now this normal method has converted to a test case, TestNG test case, you can say, or TestNG test method, you can say. Okay, TestNG test method. So once it is done, now we'll be writing the code here, automation code. Okay, to automate this particular test case, first we have to open the application URL and all those stuff, right? We'll write in a normal way, guys. Okay, so I'll write WebDriver driver is equal to new Selenium code I'm writing, Chrome driver. Driver is equal to new Chrome driver. Hover the mouse on WebDriver and you see I'm not getting any import statement because this project is not configured with the, it's not, in this project there's no Selenium library, only Java and TestNG libraries are there. Again, I have to go to the pom.xml file. Under the dependencies, I need to add the libraries of Selenium. So for that, I'll go to the mvnrepository.com again, mvnrepository.com, and search for Selenium space Java. Search for that. You'll get Selenium Java, guys. Click on the Selenium Java. And what is the latest version we have? 4.6.0. Okay, I'll go with the latest version, that is 4.6.0. So in 4.6.0, there is something new happened, guys. Okay, so just a few days back it happened. Okay, just few days back it happened. So in Selenium, the Selenium Java latest version 4.6.0 onwards, there's something included known as Selenium Manager, guys. There are built-in drivers now. Earlier we have to go with WebDriver Manager, or we have to download the driver.executable files and give the path of the files before you launch the browsers, right? But now they are not required, guys. We got something new in this Selenium Java version 4.6.0 onwards. We got Selenium Manager, which will inbuilt, okay, maintain the drivers inbuilt. Okay, only this line is enough. In the code, this particular line is enough, guys. You don't have to write WebDriver Manager.chrome driver.setup, or you don't have to create a folder like drivers and put all download all the driver.executable files of this browsers and then give system.set property. All those things you don't have to do anymore. Directly this line you have to write, guys. Okay. For newcomers, it is so easy. For the previous people who know that you have to configure the driver before opening the browser and all, right? For them, this is the thing. Selenium Manager is coming now with the inbuilt drivers now from the 4.6.0 version. Okay, so simple thing, guys. Copy this maven dependencies, go to the pom.xml file, paste it. We'll see that in action anyhow. Just save this. You see the Selenium libraries will be downloaded and added to the maven dependencies and configured to this project automatically. You'll get Selenium. You see Selenium Java 4.6.0 came. That's fine. And close this pom.xml file. Now hover the mouse on WebDriver, guys. Hover the mouse on WebDriver, and sometimes it may not come. Just it will take some time. Just hover again. You will get it. You see now you got importing this WebDriver interface from Selenium, and hover the mouse and import this Chrome driver class from Selenium. That's it. You see, I'm saying that this Selenium version 4.6.0 onwards, we are getting Selenium Manager, okay, which includes inbuilt drivers. You don't have to write WebDriver Manager. You don't need the libraries of WebDriver Manager anymore. Okay, so it has Selenium Manager inbuilt drivers. Okay, so that means I just want to see without without providing the driver path and without using WebDriver Manager, I'm able to launch the Chrome browser or not. Let's see, because Selenium Manager, which is coming with 4.6.0 plus on 6.0 and version onwards, we are getting Selenium Manager, which will internally maintain the driver executables. Inbuilt drivers are maintained, so it should work for us. Okay, right click, run as. I'm not able to run it, guys. I'll not be able to run this code. Why? When I'm trying to run, I'm not getting an option because it's not a main method, right? If it's a main method, I'll get Java application option here. But here it's not a main method, but it's a TestNG test method. But I have already added the TestNG library already, right? I added the TestNG library already, right? Here, TestNG library is already added, but still I'm not getting an option here. Right click, run as. I'm not getting TestNG option at least. If Java application is not coming because it's not a main method, but this is a TestNG test method, at least I should get the TestNG test option to run the test, but it's not coming. Why? The reason is this Eclipse IDE, we have to install a plugin. In this Eclipse IDE, we have to install a plugin known as TestNG Eclipse IDE plugin. How to install that TestNG Eclipse IDE plugin? So to see whether TestNG plugin is already there or not, go to the help and click on install new software. And already installed, click on already installed, you'll get a dialog, guys. And here search for TestNG. Search for TestNG. You see there is no TestNG available here. There's no TestNG available here. So TestNG is not installed. And one more check you can do is go to Window, then say Show View, select Other. Here type TestNG. If you're not getting anything in this box, that means TestNG is not there. So TestNG is not there. So how to install TestNG plugin in this Eclipse IDE? For that to happen, I'll have to I have to go with a website. I have to go to a website, guys. Okay, the official website of TestNG I have to go to. Okay, so I'm adding add TestNG Eclipse ID plugin now. Okay, so how to add that? For that, I have to go to the official website of TestNG, that is testng.org website. Once you go to this official website of testng.org, here you will see an option known as Eclipse. My editor is Eclipse, right? So I have to go with Eclipse option. In the Eclipse option, there are table of contents here. I have to go with the first table of content installation, select that installation. In the installation, I'll see this install the plugin link, click on that link. And after I am taken to this page, current release version, Maven Gradle snapshot, Eclipse plugin section. Under the Eclipse plugin section, you'll see something known as install from update site. Okay, I have to install from update site. So here some instructions are there. I have to follow that. In Eclipse ID, I have to select help install new software. Okay, in Eclipse ID, what I have to do? Help install new software. I have to select. I'll get this dialog. After I get this dialog, what I have to do next? Then enter the update site URL in the work with field. So copy this URL, guys. Copy this URL. Copy link address and go to this place, and in the work with paste the URL. Once I paste the URL, guys, in a while, you will get this TestNG option here. Select the TestNG option and click on next button. So we are installing TestNG Eclipse ID plugin now. Okay, we are installing TestNG Eclipse ID plugin. And here also we are doing one more thing. Start already automating sample test cases already is there. So here we are already working on this. Okay. And we also added the Selenium Java library. Selenium Java library. Okay. I explained about a concept known as Selenium Manager here, which has inbuilt drivers now. You don't have to download the driver executable files, or no need of WebDriver Manager anymore. No need of using any WebDriver Manager anymore. Okay, inbuilt drivers are there in Selenium Manager. This is the new feature in Selenium Manager. Has come in which feature? In Selenium Java 4.6.0 onwards. Okay, like this. Now let's go back to Eclipse ID and see. I got this dialog, guys, while installing the TestNG Eclipse ID plugin. Go over TestNG. Click on finish, guys. It will install. It will ask you to this. It will give you some dialogues in between to trust or not. Okay, trust dialog will come. Nowadays, this kind of dialog is coming. So you say always trust all content and say yes, I accept the risk. Yes, I accept the risk. All the checkbox options will be selected here, and click on trust selected. In a while, it will install the software, and it will ask to restart the Eclipse ID. Okay, let's wait for the 100%, and you will get a restart now kind of thing. You see restart now. Software updates, restart Eclipse ID now. Okay, done. Save login.java. Yes, save it. This file I have to save it. Okay. So this is the process of adding TestNG Eclipse ID plugin, or installing. You can say instead of adding, you can say installing. Okay, installing TestNG Eclipse ID plugin. Otherwise, you will not be able to run this automation scripts that you are writing. Okay, just saving here and now. So Eclipse ID is restarting, guys. Let's wait. Let's wait, guys, for the Eclipse ID to launch. Yeah, once it is launched, what you will do is, you see earlier we didn't get this run all, run debug options are not coming earlier. Once you have installed TestNG Eclipse ID plugin, you will get run all. You see this particular class can have multiple test methods. If you want to run all the test methods at a go, you can select run all. Eclipse ID is giving this option in integration with the TestNG Eclipse ID plugin. Okay, and if you simply say run here under that, only this particular test will run using TestNG. Okay, there are different ways of running this particular test method now. Since we have installed TestNG Eclipse ID plugin, we are getting this extra option. Now right click. One way is to right click and say run as TestNG test, or you can click on this run button. Okay, or you can expand this project under src test Java. We created this login. Here right click on this login.java and say run as TestNG test. This is another way. Okay, so what is the simplest way? Just click on this run button. Okay, only one test is there. So click on this one and we'll see whether this Chrome driver constructor will launch the Chrome browser or not. Okay, inbuilt drivers are there. We have to know if this Chrome browser is launching means inbuilt drivers are working. Okay, inbuilt drivers from Selenium are working. We don't have to download any drivers or we don't have to use any WebDriver manager anymore. You see Chrome browser has launched, but you see it's passed. But the problem here is it's not in maximize mode. So we have to write the remaining code driver.manage.window.maximize, then driver.manage.timeouts dot implicitly wait. Okay, implicitly wait, give duration dot of seconds and give some 10 seconds for now. Okay, this implicit wait. Okay. So first I'll write the code in a raw format. Later I will, remove this hard coding and all those stuff will happen later. Okay, I'll not do it now. So fine. So what else? Driver dot manage dot page timeouts dot page load timeout. Okay, duration dot of seconds. Here for page load, I'm giving 5 seconds. Within 5 seconds, the page has to load. Otherwise, the script will fail. I'm giving some timeouts, page load timeout and implicit wait timeouts. Next, what is next? I have to open the application URL. For that, I'll say driver.get. I'll provide the application URL, guys. So what is the application URL? I'll hardcode the application URL here. Initially, I'll go with this application URL. I'll launch the application with this tutorialsinja.com/demo. Copy this URL and paste it here. Okay, this is now hard coded, but later we'll remove the rest. Okay, first we'll write in a raw format. After you open the application URL in the browser, what I want to do after opening the application URL, just close this part. After I'll also close this notes, guys, because there's nothing in the notes now. So let's keep only whatever that is important for now. Open. So here, what I have to do to automate this verify login with valid credentials. After opening this application URL, I need to click on my account and then select login option so that I'll be taken to the login page, right? So I just went back. I need to click on the my account and then select login option. How to do that? I have to inspect this my account. Okay. Inspect this my account. Let's create a locator for that. This is span. My account is there. I'll copy this text, copy the text between the tags and tag name is span tag. I'll create an XPath expression, guys. Okay. Control F. Here I can create an XPath expression. /span text function is equal to my account. Okay. If you don't know how to create the XPath expressions on your own, just watch my previous sessions, guys, of this series where I covered the locators topic in detail. Okay. Go to the XPath expressions and CS selectors, how to create. This is the XPath expression. One of one is coming, only one element. Copy this. So in these sessions, I will directly create the XPath expressions without explaining them. Okay. So the focus is more on the framework rather than the creating the XPath expressions and all. So watch my previous sessions for the XPath expressions in this series. Fine. Now I'll say driver dot find element by dot XPath. Normal way I'm writing the automation script, guys. Okay. So dot, what I want to do, I want to click on that. Okay. What else I have to do? After clicking on this my account, I want to select the login option. For that, I'll inspect this login option. You see, it is a hyperlink. So most probably it is a link text. Copy this login and say driver dot find element by dot link text. Provide the link text. That is login dot click. This will select the login option. Once the login option is selected, you'll be taken to the login page where you have to enter the email address, valid email address into the email address field and valid password into the password field and click on the login button, right? Valid email address into the email field, valid password into the password field and click on the login button. So inspect this email address and here we have an ID. Copy this ID for that email address field. Simply say driver.find element by dot ID, provide the ID of the email address and say dot send keys, provide the send keys. What text you want to enter into the email address field? I want to enter a valid email address. Let's say arunmotari cap9@gmail.com. I want to enter. This is a valid email address. Okay. Then I want to inspect this password field, and this is an ID for that password field. Copy this driver dot find element by dot ID, provide the ID of the password field dot send keys here, provide semicolon and provide 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now I need to click on the login button, inspect this login button. And here we have the input tag with the value login, value as login. Copy this login, value attribute you remember, and create an XPath expression. Okay. How? Control F, /input at the rate value is equal to login, /input at the rate value is equal to single quotes login. It is locating the login button. Only one element is locating. Copy this XPath expression of the login button and simply write down driver.find element by dot XPath. Provide the XPath expression of the login button and say dot click. It click on the login button. So once I click on the login button, I'm taken to the account page, right? As per the test case, also same thing is there. You should be navigated to the login page, and in the login page we have entered the valid email and password and clicked on the login button. Then user should be logged in and taken to the account page. Yes, we are taken to the account page. But how the automation script can understand this? So here I'll verify one option which is not available for the non-logged in user. Okay. So for that, I'll verify whether this particular edit your account information option has come. This option is not available for the non-logged in user. If the account is successfully logged in, then we'll be taken to the account page where you'll see this edit your account information or any other option. You don't have to especially go for edit your account information. You can even go with the change your password, modify or any of these options you can go with. These options are not available for the non-logged in user. Only if the account is logged in, these options will be displayed. So I'll verify whether this element is available or not. Okay. I'll inspect this edit your account information. And here is a text between the tags. This is the link text actually. Copy this link text. Anchor tag and text is there, no? Link text. I'll say, here I'll write an assertion, guys, okay? TestNG assertions, okay? Refer to my previous sessions if you are not aware of the TestNG assertions. Assert dot, there's a predefined class known as assert in TestNG. Assert dot, assert true. I'll go with assert true from TestNG, guys. Make sure that here JUnit is not coming. Some cases, some people may forget to remove the JUnit from pom.xml file and they will get JUnit here and they'll wrongly select the option. So better you make sure that it is coming from org TestNG asset. Select this true and here write down in place of the false, clear that and write down driver.find element by dot, what is that? Link text, right? Link text. Link text. Give the link text of that particular option. What is the link text, guys? This edit your account information link text element. So at the end, I'll say dot is displayed command of Selenium. This will return either true or false. So in this case, most probably it will get logged in with valid credentials and it will return true. And since it is expecting true only, the test will pass. Okay. And finally, I want to quit the browser. Driver.quit. Okay. Here verification is done, guys. I am quitting the browser now. This is one of the automation tests I created. So as per this, whatever the test I wanted to automate, I automated it. Okay. I verify whether user got logged in and taken to the account page. Okay. So taken to the account page, how to verify? You can add one more assertion if you want here if you really need. Okay. Here you can verify the breadcrumb. Anyhow, edit your account information will be there on the account page only. So there is no need to verify it again. So one assertion will be enough, which will verify that you are on account page, and also this edit your account information means it will definitely on the account page. You don't have to verify again. So this much is enough, guys, for the test case. We have successfully automated the first test case, guys. Now let's go to second test case. Verify logging into the application using invalid credentials. You have to give invalid email address and invalid password. Now, before I automate the second test case, I'll make sure that this first test case is working properly or not, whether I'm getting the TestNG test results or not. Before that, I'll refresh this project once. Refresh this project once. I'll get the test output folder. I'll delete this folder, guys. Okay, I want to show you something. Every time you run the scripts, you delete this folder. After refreshing the project, delete this folder and then run the script so that you'll get fresh results in the test output folder. Okay, now run. Click on run button here. Let's see whether the Chrome browser will launch, login will happen, and the browser will close. Everything should happen, guys. Okay. You see login. Yeah, done. And you see, apart from the console output, this time, because you are running the TestNG test method, apart from the console output where you see detected TestNG version and this particular test case from this package, com.tutorialsninja.qa test cases package, There is a class known as login class. Under that, there is a test case known as verify test case, or TestNG test method known as verify login with valid credential test method that got executed and it got passed. You see, 1 got passed, 0 got failed, 0 got skipped. And you can see the TestNG results tab also. After you have installed TestNG Eclipse ID plugin, then onwards you'll get the results in the TestNG results. Apart from console, you can also see the results in the TestNG results tab. And here you will see something known as under default suite, default test, we have com.tutorials ninja QA test cases package. Under that, we have a class known as login class. Under the class, there is a test method, one test method known as login test method. And login class, we have a test method known as verify login with valid credentials test method. And that particular test method got executed and it got passed. It's showing here. And apart from that, guys, now you can refresh the project here. You can refresh the project and you will get this test output folder. You'll get this test output folder. And if you expand this test output folder, you will see something known as index.html. Can you see something known as index.html? Right? This is the report, guys. This is the TestNG report. Selenium by default doesn't have any reports, but when Selenium is configured with TestNG will generate the reports, okay, for the test that got executed. So right click on index.html, say open with an Eclipse IDE and say web browser. It will automatically open in your default browser in your machine and you will see the TestNG report here. You see only one method, one test, that is password method, verify login with valid credentials. From the login class, we have this verify login with valid credential test case, which got passed. Okay, it's in green color. Tick mark means it got passed. Okay, so you can also go with the older theme. Older theme is like this, and new theme is this retro theme. New theme is ultra theme. Old theme is retro theme. So anyhow, this one is better. But we are not going to use TestNG reports any in the coming sessions. Okay, I'll show you how to integrate this framework with extent reports. Okay, so these are not the ultimate reports, but we should have some knowledge that how the TestNG reports will be generated. Anyhow, I covered all this stuff in the previous sessions of this series. Fine. Anyhow, we got the TestNG report. You also get some emailable report here. Right click, open with web browser. We'll get an emailable report, guys. This it's an emailable report, guys. Okay, it looks different. So 2 reports will come with TestNG in the test output folder. That's fine. We created one test case, guys. The test case is working fine. No matter how many times you run this test case will work fine. Okay. Now let's create another test case. Let's create another test case, guys. So what is the second test case we have? And here also I'll update the nodes parallelly. Automate login test case. Automate login test case. Login with valid credentials test case. Login with valid credentials test case. Okay, login with valid credentials test case. Save this. Now go back. 1 minute. Okay, just come here and here create one more test case. Second test case is login with invalid credentials. Let's automate that. Public void verify login with invalid credentials. Invalid credentials, some appropriate name I'm going to give. And here I'll put @test here. And here inside this method, I'll write down the code. Web driver in a raw format I'm writing is, I know a lot of code is getting repeated and all. I'm going to update that. As part of the framework, I'm going to do a lot of changes later. But for now, as a beginner, if you have tried the automation scripts, you can start writing like this. And once you learn the framework, you will write in a different way altogether. Web driver is equal to new Chrome driver. Okay, then driver dot manage dot window dot maximize, then driver dot manage dot timeouts dot implicitly wait duration dot of seconds, 10 seconds I'll give, put a semicolon. Then driver dot manage dot timeouts dot page load timeout duration dot of seconds. I'll give 5 seconds for the page to load. The URL is open. Driver dot get. I'll give the application URL. Same application URL, guys. Give the same application and first logout. Better logout. And give the application URL like this. Copy this URL. Come back here and paste it here and put a semicolon. Okay. Now, guys. Driver dot get is there. Now what I'm going to do, driver dot find element by dot. I have to click on the same my account option. I don't have to write the code again and again, right? Already the code is there. You see, this code is I copy paste. I'll copy all this code, guys. Okay. Till here I'll copy. I don't have to repeat the code. I don't have to rewrite the code. Okay. This will click on the my account option. This will click on the my account option. After that, we have to click on the login option. That will be clicked. After the login option is clicked, we have to enter an invalid email address here. Okay. I'll say some junk data I'll give here to make this invalid email address. And here password also I'll give invalid. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 0. Both are invalid now. And I'll click on the login button. So here I'll give some junk data and I'll give 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 0, which is also invalid. Click on the login button, guys. You should get a warning message, right? You should get a warning message when trying to log in with invalid credentials. So how to verify that? I have to write the assert statement here. So what I will do is first I will retrieve this warning message. How to retrieve this warning message? How to retrieve this warning message, guys? Inspect this. And this particular warning message is part of this div tag. Inside the div tag, we have this I, and along with that, we have some text. So I'll do something. I'll say alert dismissible. Here, multiple classes are there in this class attributes. Okay. Here, multiple attributes are there. There are 3 classes. In class attribute, we have alert class, alert danger class, alert dismissible class. I'll go with only one of the class which looks unique. That is alert dismissible. I'll go with alert dismissible part. Copy this part. I'll say control F /div at the rate class is equal to only one class I'll give. Alert dismissible class I'll give. It's not working. So here I have to say at the rate class. What I have to do, guys? 1 minute. Let me go to the div tag. Inspect this again. Let me create a proper XPath expression. Class, only one class I am taking. Class is equal to will not work. Class contains class #. Enter. No, it's not working still. This will have done everything fine. Class ends with right dollar. Okay, sorry. I'm just mixing up. Okay, this is not the way. So I'll do one thing. I'll say you XPath expression. If I have to create, then how to create, I'm just guessing. CSS selector is fine, easy, but XPath expression, I'm just mixing up CSS. That's okay. So I have to go with only one class here, but I'm not able to take that class. In here, I'll say contains method at the rate class, comma, provide that only one class. Okay. Now it's locating, right? Now it's locating. Div tag. Inside the div tag, we have this warning message, right? Inside this div tag, we have the warning message. So div tag is starting here, ending here. We are locating the div tag in which this warning message is there. I'll copy this XPath expression. Okay. So now here I'll write down driver dot find element by dot. I'll write XPath, right? XPath. I'll say dot get the text. This will retrieve the text between the tags and store into the warning message is equal to, okay, actual warning message, you can say better. Now here I'll write an assert statement. Assert equals. I'll use a method known as equals now. Assert equals. And also, guys, one more thing here. You see, if this assert true, here is displayed is returning some false, let's say. In that case, if the test fails, you can write here I can write edit your account information option is not displayed. Okay, this extra message as a best practice, you can write this kind of extra messages, guys. When this is displayed is returning false and it is if this displayed is not coming, then this message will be added into your TestNG results. Okay, this message you are adding here will add it. Okay, if it is failing only, that expecting is true, but if it is coming false, then this message will be for the failed test, it will be coming in the results. Okay, so it's better to maintain the results. Okay, so here write down hover the mouse on this asset equals. You see first actual is there, then expected is there. First, let's write the actual warning message here. So we'll do one thing. Instead of writing asset equals, I'll write still asset true only. And I'll mention here double quotes I'll give. Okay, warning message. Expected warning message is not displayed. Expected warning message is this message I'll write not displayed. Okay, I'll write down. Then here I'll say as a true warning message dot contains. Okay, dot contains expected warning message. What is expected warning message? Here I'll write down string expected warning message is equal to, in double quotes, give the expected warning message. From the test case you can take if you want. Okay, go to the test case. This is the message, right? This is a message that should be displayed. Okay, you can see the application also. Yeah, that is a message. Just go here and give the expected warning message here and copy this expected warning message and say like this. Done. Actual warning message dot contains expected warning message means actual when you retrieve the actual warning message here. Why I'm saying contains means in the div tag I tags will come, warning text. This both will come in the text here. Actual warning message will contain both these I tags between the div tag and warning. Okay, combination you'll get. In that, is it containing this warning no match for email? I'm just writing. That's the reason I'm writing the code like this, contains. Okay. So this part is done. And finally, I say after the assertion is done, after the this part, these 3 lines are for assertion only. After the assertion is done, I'll say driver.quit. Driver.quit, I'll say. The second test case is done, guys. Okay. So let's run the script and see whether second test is working fine or not. We have to write some sample test cases, guys. It's not just a framework, guys. Whatever I'm explaining is not just a framework, but also you can treat it as a live project, guys. Okay, a small live project you can treat it as, because I'm automating the real test cases here. Okay, I'm automating the real test cases. Click on this run button. Only this particular test will run. If I say run all the test methods inside this login will run. Here only verify login with invalid credentials you should get the warning message and browser will should close. Warning message and browser got closed. Test got passed. You see, test got passed. Let me run it again, second time. There is a reason why I'm running it multiple times. I keep on running this test multiple times to see how many times it is passing. There is a reason behind that. I have to explain you. Second done. Okay, passes is equal to 1. Now second time also this test case got run successfully. Now third time it has run, passed. Fourth time I'm running. It got passed again. Fifth time I'm running. Again passed. Sixth time I'm running. Now it got failed. You see why it got failed? You see, according to the security implementations of this application, it will not allow you to enter the same invalid email address more than 5 times. Okay, if you give 6th time, automatically you will get this warning message. Warning, your account has exceeded allowed number of login attempts as part of security feature. This is not a issue, guys. This is not a defect. It's a valid feature of the application where security is being checked. Your account has been exceeded allowed number of login attempts. Please try again. One log for 1 hour. It is not allowing you to log in with the same email address, invalid email address. Okay, so same thing occurs in our day-to-day life, right? When we go to ATM and we put our card, and if you enter the password wrong more than 3 times, then it will block your card for 24 hours, right? As part of security. Same thing the application is doing. So, but in this case, this security feature is becoming a difficult thing for us because it's failing the test, because we are getting a different warning message. When you're repeatedly running this automation scripts for 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, 6th time when you're running the same automation script with the invalid credentials, there is invalid email address, same invalid email address. The test is failing instead of getting passed. And here we are getting a message. You see, Java assertion error, expected warning message is not displayed. Okay. So whatever I have written here has come. Expected warning message is not displayed. It is saying expected warning message is not displayed, expected true but found false, and all those things are coming. So what I can do now, then how to overcome this problem? That means the only solution for this problem is every time I have to give a new invalid email address. Every time I'm running this automation test, I have to give a new invalid email address. For that, what is the solution? Here, I need to append this particular gem text with a timestamp. You see, timestamp will keep on changing, right? So I'll append the timestamp here with this email address, and you see what happens? That new invalid email address will keep on dynamically changing, and the same warning message, that is warning no match for email address and our password, will come. Otherwise, if you use the same invalid email address, static invalid email address, after 5 or 6 attempts, you are going to get that security warning message and the test will fail. So what I will do now, how to overcome this problem, guys, how to overcome this problem. Now, what I will do here is, I will write some code, guys. Okay, first I'll explain you this code in a different place. I'll delete this package, guys. This is a temporary package. I'll say experiments. Okay, experiments package. And here I'll write new class. I'll say demo class with public static void main. Click on finish. And in this class, in this main method, I'll write some code, guys. That is date is equal to new date. Okay, simplest way to generate the timestamp, I'll show you. Pour the mouse on date and import this from Java library, java.util package. And then simply say system.out.println date.toString. Okay, this is from Java, guys. Hope you have referred my Java sessions. Okay. Before coming here, this part is already covered, but I'm explaining again because it is important to generate the timestamp. If I say date.toString, toString method of this date class, if I use and print this resultant, you will see the timestamp coming, guys. Right click, run as Java application. Today's date and time, year and timestamp will come. Okay, you see Wednesday, November 30th, 12, 23, 59, IST 2022 has come. But here there is one thing. I don't want these spaces, guys. I don't want these spaces. What I will do here is I'll simply say dot. Okay, I'll simply say dot replace. Okay, I'll say date.toString replace. What I have to replace? I have to replace the space with underscore. How am I able to use replace here? You see, date.toString is returning an object of the string class. The object reference of the string class dot replace method I can call. So that's fine. Now run this code. Right click, run as Java application. This is called as a method chaining, guys. Method chaining concept where you don't have to write multiple lines. You can, okay. So Wednesday underscore, November underscore, 30 underscore, all the spaces got replaced with underscore. Now I want to replace this colons also with underscore. Okay. So again, I'll say dot replace. I'll explain this method chaining concept also, guys. Just wait a while. Here, I'll give colon symbol and replace the colon with again underscore only. Like this. Now run this code, you will get a proper timestamp now that can be appended with the email address. You see, I got a proper timestamp now. All the words and things are got separated with single underscores. Okay. So this will form a single name timestamp. Every time you run this, timestamp will change. If for now 30 is there, run this again. So some small portion will change anyhow. Every time you run 47K. Okay. Again you run, you will get a different thing. So this timestamp will be different every time you run. This timestamp I'm going to append in the email address. That's fine. But you have to understand one concept here, guys. Date.toString.replace concept. Okay. Date.toString.replace concept replace. This is method chaining concept, guys. Okay. So if I don't have to write like this, what I have to do is I have to write date.toString. I'll tell you. Okay. It will be more clear for you. I'll not leave any doubts behind. This toString will return the string object. String date text. Okay. Date text. Then I'll say date text dot replace the space with underscore, replace the space with underscore, string, date text without spaces is equal to, I'll write now date text without spaces dot replace replace the colon with underscore. This is the actual code you have to write, but with method chaining, right? You are writing in a single line. I'll tell you. Replace is giving again string only. String date text without spaces and colons. Colon. Now write down system.out.println date text without spaces and colon. Run this code. Right click, run as Java application. You see, this result came. So what I'm going to do is, why to write this many lines? Simply say date dot to string. This is written in the object of the string anyhow, right? You don't have to save that. This is nothing but the object of the toString. Okay, object of the string class. Object of the string class dot, write down directly, guys. Object of the string class dot, like this, write down. What is the use of creating these extra statements? Okay, now object of this string class date text without spaces. Instead of writing like this, simply this is the object of the date text without spaces dot, directly write down the last part here. Okay, this is method chaining concept, guys. It will reduce the number of lines. Now with this, we got this result, guys. If you take this and it will return the string anyhow, and if you put this inside the print statement, in 2 lines, you will be able to complete. You don't have to write that many number of lines. Okay, you don't have to write that many number of lines. Run this code, right click, run as Java application, you still get the result. Hope you understood the method chaining concept as part of this. Now this code I'm going to use, guys. Okay, this is only for explanation I created. I'm going to delete this, but I'll copy these 2 lines of code and I'll delete this experiments package in a while. So I'll come here and create a method here. Okay, public void. For now, I'm creating this method inside this login class, wherever this method is need to be called. Later, I'll move this method to a different place. I'll tell you based on the problem statement. I'll move this method. Okay, later. Public void generate timestamp. Generate timestamp. When you call this method, this will contain these 2 lines of code. And here, instead of printing this date timestamp, I'll return this. Okay, I'll return this timestamp. The return type should be string here. Okay, whoever calls this method, this timestamp will be returned. So I'll call this method from where I will be calling this method. I'll be calling the method from here, guys. Okay, instead of this gen code here, I'll remove this gen code and put this plus here. And I'll call this method and say plus again and start the double quotes here. Okay, like this. You see, the front portion of the email address will be amotorini cap9, and in between we'll have the timestamp. New time, every time new timestamp will be created, and @gmail.com will be there. Okay. So this is the thing, guys. This is the thing. So now you run any times, it doesn't matter, guys. Every time a new email address will come, no matter you run 6 times, 7 times, the test will not fail. It will pass because same warning message will be coming. Because every time a new email address, new invalid email address is being used by the script. Okay. So run this code any number of times. I'll run this 6 times. I'll show you. I'll prove you that. Okay. I will prove you that this will not fail. 1, it passed. Second time, 6 times I'm going to run, guys. 6 times I'm going to run. Let me complete the login test for the session 1, guys. In session 2, I'll continue. I'll write automation scripts for another class, another test cases. It's second time it passed. Third time. Third time, it got passed. Fourth time I'm running. Fourth time the script is running. I'll check 6 to 7 times and then we'll be okay. Okay, passed. Fifth time I'm running. Fifth time I'm running the same test. Every time a new timestamp, new email timestamp will be created, guys. You see, every time new email timestamp, it got passed again. Sixth time, this is 6th time, guys. This will prove whether our code is working good or not. Sixth time, it should pass, then we are good. We are good, guys. You see, sixth time also. Seventh time, I'm running it for one more extra time for you. It will still pass. No matter how many times you run the script, every time a new email address will be created. Same email address will timestamp will be created and the test will pass. Okay. The expected warning message for the invalid credentials will come. So with this, guys, we completed two test cases. If I run these two test cases, which test case will run first? This test case or this test case? Which test case will run first? You see here, verify login with valid credentials. Verify login with up to here is same. Here I is there, invalid. So do you think valid credentials method will be running first or invalid? Since it is in the first position, this may not run first. When you run all, if you say run all, here there are two tests. Which test out of these two tests will run first? In alphabetical order, it will run. In alphabetical order means verify login with is same for the both of the test method names. But here valid is there, but here invalid is there. Here V is coming in the last, I is coming first. So verify login with invalid credentials method will run first, followed by verify login with valid credentials. You see run all, I will say. You will see the order in which the test cases are getting executed. Already I covered this part in the TestNG series of the same session, of the same training session. I covered in the TestNG videos. I covered this part. Login with invalid credentials will run first, and then login with valid credentials will run next. You see, login with valid credentials got run next. You can see the TestNG results also. First invalid credentials, then valid credentials got run. How to change the order? Here I have to give the priority, guys. That's the reason we have to give the priority every time. Priority is equal to 1 means no, it will not go with the alphabetical order anymore. It will go according to the given priority. Okay, I'll give priority is equal to 2. Priority is equal to 2, I'll say. Okay, done. Now save this. This time, guys, the test will run in a given priority order. Okay, test will run in given priority order. Run all. First login with valid credentials because of priority 1 it will run. Then login with invalid credentials because of priority 2 will run. Okay, 1. You see, two tests got passed, and you see first login with valid credentials, then invalid credentials. Because of the priority we mentioned, it happened. Now let's create other test cases, guys. Two to three more test cases I'll create, which are easy, guys. It will not take much time for me to create the remaining 3 because already I have written most of the code in this first 2 test cases. So third test case is verify login to the application using invalid email address and valid password. Okay, I'll write down public void verify login with invalid email and valid password. Both credentials are not invalid. Only one credential is invalid. Okay, at the rate test annotation I'll give, and I'll give the priority also, guys. Priority is equal to 3. I'll give 3. And here, what I will do next is I'll copy this code. Most of the code is same, guys. Okay, so this part of the code I'll copy paste. Invalid email address. Every time a new invalid email address should be created. I'll copy all this code for now. Till here I'll copy paste. Till here I'll copy paste. Okay, so here but valid password should be there. 12345 is a valid password, and same warning message is expected, guys. Okay, whether you give 1 invalid or 2 invalid, you will get the same warning message, right? For example, if I am giving something like this and valid password here, click on the login button, you'll get the same warning message. Okay, I'm verifying that. And here also we are generating the timestamp. Okay, because every time a new email should be given. Okay, this part is also done. Verify login with invalid email address and valid password is test case is so fastly done because we already have written most of the code for it. Verify login into the application with valid email and invalid password. Valid email and invalid password. Okay, let's create one more method. Public void verify login. Verify login with valid email address and invalid password. Valid email address and invalid password. And here write down @test method. And here write priority is equal to 4. Okay, and write down most of the script will be same, guys. Copy paste all the script till here from the previous thing, and here give a valid email address, guys. Okay, just give here a valid email. What is the valid email address? From the first test you can take the valid email address. This is a valid email address, but in password should be invalid. Okay, so give the valid email address here and give the invalid password here 67890. Okay, now do the same thing here in the real time application. So give the valid email address. Motori cab 9 gmail.com is a browser, right? Better do it here. Here give it is a valid email address, but I'll give invalid password. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, which is an invalid password. Click on the login button, you'll get a warning message. You see, you'll get a warning message. The same thing I'm verifying here, guys. I'm verifying the same thing here. And I'm quitting the browser. Okay. So 4 tests are completed. One more test I'll create, guys. It is also easy. It will not take much time. So verify login to the application without providing the credentials. Okay. I'll copy all this stuff. Public void. Verify login without providing credentials. Without providing credentials. Like this. You see, no matter how many test cases are there, you can keep on creating the test case automation test for each and every test case in this login, login.java class. Okay, file. All the test case you are writing here for each. So here, write down, copy all this stuff, guys. Copy all this stuff. It looks same. The code will look same, almost same. But only thing is that you should not enter any email address. You'll not enter email address. You'll not enter any password, and you will get the same warning message. Why? Because you see here. Try here, guys. Don't give email, don't give password, and click on the login button. You'll get the warning message. Warning: no match for email address and password. You'll get. Okay. So I completed all the 5 test cases, guys. Let's see whether all the 5 test cases are running or not. Okay. All these 5 test cases are running or not. I'll see. One way to run this is all the 5 tests is, did I give priority is equal to 5 here? I didn't give the test also. Okay. Let's give priority is equal to 5. Priority is equal to 5 and done. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now save all. And I can click on the run all button. All the tests inside this login will run. Or I can right click on this. I'll delete this experiment. It's not required. Okay. I will also update the notes. Login with variables and just login with invalid credentials. Invalid credentials. Test case. Login with what is that? Invalid email and valid password. And fourth test case, login with valid email and invalid password. Login without providing credentials. These are the so far automated test cases. Okay. So we have to automate the other features also. Here only login we have automated. We have to automate the register search. Few things will take. We'll not automate the entire test case. That will take a lot of time. So because our focus is on the framework, right? I'm creating some sample test cases. Okay, I'm automating sample test cases. So to run this, there are multiple ways now. I told you, right? I have to click on run all to run all these test cases, or I can right click on the login.java and say run as TestNG test. This is another way. Or right click on the file and say run as TestNG test. Anyways, it's fine. All the tests will run. All the five login tests should run. All the 5 test methods in the given priority order should run, guys. Okay. First test case is completed. Second test case is getting executed now. Now, third test case. Now, fourth test case. Now, fifth test case. Done. All the 5 test cases got passed, guys. All the 5 test cases got passed. We'll get the results tab and we'll get the test engine results, as I already mentioned. Okay. So with this, guys, we just get started with the framework, guys. Okay. I have not properly implemented the framework, but in the raw format, we started our framework. This project we started, but we cannot call it as framework because we have to do a lot of stuff in the upcoming sessions. Okay. This is only the part 1, guys. In the part 2, I'm going to cover the extension. Next thing, what we have to do next, I'm going to cover. Okay. Step by step, we are going to go, guys. Okay. For now, we implemented up to here. Okay. In this first session, we have implemented up to here. So let's meet in the next session where I'm going to cover the other things. Okay. Slowly we'll build the framework by the end of the sessions. Okay. So see you in the next session. Thank you. Bye.